Hello viewers, this is Deebalakshmi. I welcome you all to Deebo's Chem classes. In today's class, we are going to see about chemical calculations, the continuation. In that, we are going to see about empirical formula and molecular formula. So, how should we calculate empirical formula and molecular formula? And before that, what is empirical formula and molecular formula? We should know that. So, based on elemental analysis is nothing but it deals about the composition of elements present in a compound. Okay, so by elemental analysis and mass percentage of elements present in a compound, we can determine the empirical formula of a compound. And then by means of empirical formula and molar mass data, we can calculate the molecular formula of a compound. So let us see what is empirical formula. Empirical formula has to be written with simplest ratio of different atoms present in a molecule. Then molecular formula has to be written with actual number of different atoms present in a molecule. Okay, so let us see example. Example for molecular formula is C2H4O2. This is actually the formula for acetic acid. So let us see. This is actually the molecular formula. What is molecular formula? We have seen this is formula written with the actual number of atoms, different atoms present in a molecule. So the carbon we have the ratio 2, hydrogen we have the ratio 4, and oxygen we have the ratio 2. Okay, then let us see its empirical formula. For empirical formula, we have to take the simplest ratio. So when you take simplest ratio for 4 is to, okay, 2 is to 4 is to 2. So you can get 1 is to 2 is to 1. So this is for carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. So that only we have get the empirical formula CH2O. Okay. So do you understand now? So empirical formula has to be written with simple ratio and molecular formula has to be written with actual number of different atoms present in a molecule. Do you understand? Then let us see how can you calculate empirical formula from elemental analysis data. Okay, so let us see problems for that. Before that, we should know the rules to be followed while do the problems. So let us see step 1. So we have to indicate the composition of elements present in a compound in terms of mass percentage. Okay. Then second step, we have to divide the mass of each element by its atomic mass, or either you can say molar mass. So remember one thing, okay, mass divided by atomic mass or molar mass is simply said to be number of moles. Okay, number of moles. So out of dividing mass divided by atomic mass, we have get, okay, relative number of moles of the compound. Okay, in second step we are getting relative number of moles. Then in third step we have to find out the smallest among them and divide each relative number of moles by the smallest number. Then fourth step, if it is necessary we have to apply fourth step, otherwise it doesn't need it. Okay, so if the relative ratio or relative smallest simplest ratio we are getting is not a whole number, then we have to multiply the simplest ratio by a smallest number to convert them into a whole number. Okay, do you understand? So let us recall once. First step, we have to indicate the composition in percentage as well as in terms of mass percentage. Then second step, we have to divide mass by atomic mass, so that we are getting relative number of moles. In third step, we have to find out the smallest number among the relative number of moles, and we have to divide each relative number of moles by that smallest number, so that we can get the answer that is nothing but simplest ratio. Okay, in fourth step, if it is necessary we can apply, otherwise it doesn't be needed. It depends upon step 3. So in step 3, if we are getting the simplest ratio as a whole number, okay, as a whole number, then step 4 is not needed. Suppose it is not in the form of whole number, then we have to convert them into whole number by multiplying with the smallest number. Okay. Then example for calculating empirical formula from elemental analysis data is given. The first one among that is an acid found in tamarind on analysis shows the following percentage composition: 32% carbon, 4% hydrogen and 64% oxygen. They have just given the composition of each elements. Just to add the percentage 32, 4 plus 64, you should get 100, because when we add the percentage of each components, each elements present in the compound, on the whole we should get the 100% of the compound. Okay, so 4 plus 4 8, 8 plus 2 10, remainder 1, so 1 plus 3 4, 4 plus 6 10. So we have to get 100 gram of the compound if you add each percentage. Okay, right. So from this elemental data, composition data, we have to find out the empirical formula. Right. So let us see the problem now. So first step, we have to indicate the element, what element it is given: carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. The second step, we have to indicate the percentage given: 32%, 4% and 64. The same here. Okay, right. Then third step, we have to indicate the molar mass, or you can say even atomic mass, because it is an element, you know, so you have to indicate also atomic mass. So atomic mass of carbon is 12 and hydrogen is 1 and oxygen is 16. So in the next step, we have to divide the given mass divided by atomic mass, so that we can get the relative number of moles. Okay, so for carbon 32 divided by 12, we can get 2.66 as the relative number of moles. Similarly for hydrogen, given mass is 4, then atomic mass of hydrogen is 1. So 4 divided by 1, we can get 4 as the relative number of moles. Then for oxygen, 64 divided by 16, we can get 4 as the relative number of moles. Then in the next column, we have to find out the simplest ratio. So among the relative number of moles, we have to find out the smallest one. 2.66 is the smallest one. So to find the simplest ratio, we have to divide each relative number of moles by the smallest number of mole. Okay, so that 2.66 divided by 2.66, we can get simply 1. Then 4 divided by 2.66, we can get 1.5. 4 divided by 2.66, we can get 1.5. Remember, simplest ratio we are not getting as a whole number. So in the next stage, what we have to do? We have to convert them into whole number by multiplying with the smallest number possible. So if you multiply by 2, each simplest ratio will be converted into the whole number ratio. 1 into 2 becomes 2. 1.5 into 2 becomes 3. 1.5 into 2 becomes 3. So that we are getting carbon, the ratio 2, hydrogen, the ratio 3 and oxygen, the ratio 3. So the empirical formula for the compound which is present in tamarind is nothing but C2, hydrogen 3, H3, then O3. Do you understand, ma? Okay, so that we can get the empirical formula C2H3O3. Let us see one more problem. An organic compound present in vinegar has 40% carbon, 6.6% hydrogen, 53.4% oxygen. Find out the empirical formula out of the given data. So carbon, it is 40, hydrogen it is 6.6, okay, consider it is 40.0. Then oxygen 53.4. Just add all this value. 6 plus 4 10, remainder 1. 1 plus 6 7, 7 plus 3 10. Okay, remainder 1. 4 plus 1 5, 5 plus 5 10. So overall we can get 100 gram. Right, anyway, let us see the problem now. Okay, you have to write the first column, we have to write the element carbon, hydrogen and oxygen is given. The next column we have to write down the mass percentage of elements. Carbon 40%, hydrogen 6.6%, oxygen 53.4 percentage. And then in next column we have to write the atomic mass of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. Atomic mass of carbon is 12, hydrogen is 1 and oxygen is 16. So to find the relative number of moles, we should divide its given mass by atomic mass. So 40 divided by 12 we can get 3.3. For hydrogen, given mass is 6.6 and atomic mass is 1. So 6.6 divided by 1 we can get 6.6 as the relative number of moles. Then for oxygen, 53.4 divided by 16, so that we can get 3.3 as the relative number of moles. Then next step we have to find out the simplest ratio. So for that, among the relative number of moles we have to find the least one. Of course the least one is 3.3. So divide each relative number of moles by the least value. So 3.3 divided by 3.3, answer is 1. 6.6 divided by 3.3, answer is 2. 3.3 divided by 3.3, answer is 1. So just we are getting the simplest ratio. Whether it is needed for the fourth step to do? No, because we are getting simplest ratio as a whole number. So we can take them directly as the whole number ratio also. Okay. So we are just getting 1, 2, 1. So carbon 1, hydrogen 2, oxygen 1. So the empirical formula is CH2O. Do you understand? So in today's class we have seen what is the empirical formula and molecular formula, and based on elemental analysis data how can you determine the empirical formula alone, we have seen here in this class today. Then how should you based on empirical formula and molar mass, how should you calculate molecular formula? Let us see remaining in the next upcoming video. I am putting videos mainly for 11th and 12th standard students of Tamil Nadu government syllabus. So please share this video link, okay, to all the current users of 11th and 12th standard so that they can learn the concept in the easiest way. So please give valuable feedback to improve my channel, as well as subscribe, like and share my channel. Thank you.